Welcome to Monkey Physics IIT JEE NEET Foundations.
And now last case related to motion. And so what is that last case related to motion under gravity? It is nothing but the object is thrown up from some height. So I can call this as case 4. The object is thrown up from some height. Yeah. So an object is thrown up from some height. So in this case we should be little cautious. Yeah, because this is a height from which it is thrown up with initial velocity. So first we need to understand what's happening once the object is thrown up. So the object while going up it decreases its velocity, right? Its speed decreases while going up. It reaches to some maximum height and again it turns back and keep falling and reaches to the ground. Yeah. So now what is the reference point? Reference point is starting point of the object only. What is meant by that? Whatever the formula you are using to find out the displacement, you will get the displacement from the starting point of the object, not from the ground. So there is a possibility here. What is the displacement of the body? Or else what is the height at which it is presenting from the ground at a particular time? So in that case, we should not use the formula directly. Now what does it mean? Don't worry, we will see. Yeah. Now, what is analysis? First one, velocity versus time, isn't it? So velocity versus time. We want to know what is the formula. V is equivalent to u plus at, but v is equivalent to u minus gt. Now how come? Now in the previous case we use u plus gt. Now in this case we want to use u minus gt. Why it's so? I keep telling you, in which direction the initial velocity is presenting? Upward. What is the direction of acceleration? Whichever the way you throw the object, acceleration is always downward only, isn't it? Yeah. Now look at this. The initial velocity and acceleration are opposite to each other. So what happened here? In this case, the velocity, initial velocity and acceleration opposite to each other. So the body slow down. It decreases its velocity. So when the decreasing term is we are using, so there must be a negative term in the formula. So u minus dt. And how do you write this as v is equivalent to u minus 10t. This is what the formula. Okay. Now let's take example here. What is that example? Now the object is thrown up with velocity u is equivalent to 10 meters per second. Of course, let it be whatever the height it is. Now they are asking us. Now there are the possibilities of two questions here. Find velocity at any time. Velocity at t equivalent to 3 seconds. Find velocity at t equivalent to 3 seconds. Now v is equivalent to u minus 10t. Directly I am writing that. So v is equivalent to u is 10 minus here 10 into what is t? T is 30. So v is equivalent to 10 minus 30. So v is equivalent to minus 20 meters per second. So what does it mean? Negative sign. Negative sign means it's a falling down. So the velocity direction is downward at this particular instant. That's what we can say. Now there is a need to spend some time here. When you observe here as a note, velocity is equivalent to how much? At t equivalent to 2 seconds I am asking you. Can you think of it? What is the velocity at t equivalent to 2 seconds in this particular case? Substitute here. V is equivalent to 10 minus 10 into 2. So V is equivalent to 10 minus 20. So V is equivalent to minus 10 meters per second. Good. Now what is initial velocity? 10 meters per second positive, upward. We took it as positive itself because upward direction positive and downward direction negative we are following. That is our reference, right? Now what is the velocity? Minus 10. What does it mean? So after 2 seconds the velocity is magnitude wise it is equal to initial velocity but direction wise it is opposite to initial velocity. So how is it possible? In our analysis, in one of the few points when we mentioned, when the object is moving up with a velocity u, so while going back coming down, so it must have at the same point it must have minus u. That is magnitude wise, if it is equivalent to 10 meters per second, this must be equivalent to minus 10 meters per second when we are talking at the same location while coming down. Yeah. Now if that is the case, see that when it is thrown with velocity 10 meters per second, what is the maximum time taken to reach the highest point. At this highest point, velocity is equivalent to 0. Na? So v is equivalent to u minus 10t. This is equivalent to 0. U is equivalent to 10. 10 into t. So 10 is equivalent to 10t and t equivalent to 1 second. So what does it mean? Once you throw up with velocity 10 meters per second, to reach the maximum height, it will take 1 second. Now, while going up, it takes 1 second, and falling down to the same level, it also takes 1 second, right? What is the total time? 1 second plus 1 second, 2 seconds. Now, 2 seconds, it reaches to the same level, na? So it must have same velocity according to this point, right? So same velocity, magnitude wise, but direction reverse, right? So that's what happening here. So at a t equivalent to 2 seconds, 1 second goes up, 1 second comes down. So the moment when reaches the object here, so the velocity here is same again 10 meters per second, but is downward, opposite direction. So this is the point we need to keep it in mind.